How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing wonderfully or very well. Ash, that coin has a bias. Yeah, maybe. No, I put it. I wanted it to be fair. Normally, so being very, very transparent, which I think I've already done, but I'll be clear anyway. At the end of the day, when I put up things for a vote, I usually don't. If I really have a strong inclination towards one, I'll vote. But I always make it so that it's it's always 5 games I feel like I would like to play. Right? Anytime it's a vote, I always put it's always got to be 5 games that I want to play. It's not going to be 5 random games. It's going to be something that I enjoy. And then if I feel like, for example, if I really am feeling one and it's a tie, I'll cast the tie-breaking vote. But I like Celeste and I like Bloodstained a lot. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, okay, it's like, all right, how do I want to do this? I think no matter what way it'll go, whatever one wins, the next one will be the next playthrough. And then I was like, all right, let's do that. And I did the Discord coin flip. I learned how to download an app to coin flip, and then I did it. And I was like, here's what we'll do. I'll call it ahead of time. It's all time-stamped. And it came up Celeste. I was like, all right, cool. So that gives me the chance to do Bloodstained, and I can literally do all of... I just realized that I did Bloodstained. I could do all of the Bloodstained if I want. I could do Curse of the Moon 2, and Ritual of the Night. I'll probably do Ritual of the Night, and then, maybe go back and do the other ones. But, man, I do love those Bloodstained games, too. So, I fully intend to do that the next one. After we finish Celeste. So that's there's no vote for that one. I think I'm just going to do Bloodstained. Unless something like a Star Wars mood takes me. In which case, then, I'll probably do something like that. But once upon a time, there was an Australian nicknamed Viddy. He had no February uploads and no energy, and no kangaroo boxing matches. And then one time he decided to have toast again. The end. A great bedtime story, that one. Very nice, Viddy. Always welcome and a pleasure to have you. I'll have to have a Discord coin flip maybe to determine my name is Emily. If my name is Emily Movie Night should have CC. Dang coins. I didn't even know how to do it until earlier today, and then I was like, all right, here we go. It's a 3 and 3. We'll do the coin flip. I was gonna cast the tie-breaking vote, but it's like I kind of like both of these options a lot. All 5 options were really calling to me though in some way or another. Honestly, Clock Tower was calling to me a lot too, so I was like, eh. But they all were. So like I said, if it's something I really want to play, I won't. So let's being very transparent. If I really just want to play a game, I'm not going to put it up for a vote. I'm just going to play that game. If I'm torn between several games, I'll put several games up. And sometimes the people will suggest it. I'll be like, oh yeah. And if you suggest a game I'm not too keen on, then I'm like, oh okay. And then if you go, if you say something like, oh well, I like this one, you're split 3 and 3 like we were, then I'll be like, either I'm really feeling it or I'm not, and I'll just flip a coin. So I was like, So I'm happy with this one. Mario taught us he knows his coin. That's true. In your case, Viddy, what did you think? You made it really quickly because we were talking about this. You made a comment. You posted a comment to a show. What was that show called? I don't know what the show was called. Hold on 1 second. You posted the name of it. It's with Wallace Shawn. You should play Hades and Hollow Knight after Celeste to complete the holy trinity of overrated indies. Hollow Knight's really good. No, you're fine. Hollow Knight I think is really good. Especially if you're 100%ing it, it's way more taxing. You really have to love it. It's too taxing. Hades I actually do really like a lot. I think Hades is pretty cool. I made 0 posts. You did actually, that's true. Let's see. Hold on. Young Sheldon, there it is. I almost cannot imagine if Silksong will be equal or better than Hollow Knight. I think it'll be good. Again, Hollow Knight's good. It's very demanding, depending on how far you go. Young Sheldon, yeah, you made the comment about the concept of zero not existing. Did my response to just because I don't feel like that what is written often conveys the totality of the intent, the tone, and everything else. Did what I put in make sense in typed? Let's see. I've started reading Sophie's World, and the character's actual introduction to philosophy mentions the earliest Greek philosophers, including the one mentioned in the clip about something exists if we say it does, or words to that effect. Yeah, Greek philosophy was expanded upon. That particular one, again, is was expanded upon several times. I really like it. I actually do like Hollow Knight, but I don't understand the fascination with its sequel at all. I think it's natural. Really quickly, let me do go back and forth. You thumbs down. Okay, I didn't know if it was one of those. I never know how to read that. I never know if it's like a thumbs up like cool, or if it's one of those, you were too verbose, thank you anyway. So, as far as the thing goes, I think it's one of those things where when you get excited about a game and you really enjoy it, it's like, okay, we need to, we want, the second, it's kind of like how excited you would be if a Shovel Knight 2 came out that had features that you feel like the first game, you kind of asked yourself in the back of your mind that, why didn't the first game have it? Now, Shovel Knight, I don't personally believe that Hollow Knight is as good as Shovel Knight, if I'm to be honest with you. I feel like that Shovel Knight has I feel like they're a little bit more in depth, the puzzles, and I like the style of it better personally, but I do think Hollow Knight has that same appeal to some extent, But yeah, I like the music and everything of Shovel Knight. That's personally I like it better. Then again, what truly is a thumbs up? Who decides that a thumbs up means that we like something? What is the philosophical history behind it? Thumbs up is actually historically not. Shovel Knight is good. Hollow Knight is good too. I think Shovel Knight's better, but it's not a. I personally like Shovel Knight quite a lot better, but I don't think Hollow Knight's bad. I can't speak to the entire meaning behind thumbs up being good and thumbs down being bad. Hollow Knight feels, yeah, it does. But thumbs up, like in Rome, a lot of times, like if you watch Gladiator, for example, you see him put thumbs up as you live and thumbs down as you die, and then that wasn't what it was historically. Thumbs down was to sheathe your sword. Thumbs down was you live. Thumbs up was to raise your sword. That was you died. So thumbs up was the negative for the victim, and thumbs down was the positive for the victim. So somewhere we got that switched around. Yeah, I do feel like that one feels a lot empty. Breath of the Wild, I do feel like feels a lot emptier than I'd like it to. I didn't really have anything more to add to your reply, so thumbs up was my acknowledgement. Dang it, social media. No, it's okay. That's why I prefer to write instead of I do emojis, obviously, sometimes, but very, very little do I use emojis and emoticons. I usually write it out because I feel like it's very difficult. When you kind of go back to hieroglyphics, things mean different things to different people, right? Haha can mean laughing at me, can be laughing with me, can be laughing in general, could be finding something funny that I didn't intend. It's one of those things. So I just wanted to make sure that I hadn't said something where it was like, yeah, cool, good on you, and then leave me alone. With my thoughts. I actually like Hollow Knight, but not complete. Well, of course it's not as good. It's hollow, but nice. Yeah, it's demanding. When I was a kid and I said my first word, I pronounced thumbs up as bums up. Oh, well, that's fair. Well, I give it a bums something. Breath of the Wild, I feel like Breath of the Wild, like what does work in Breath of the Wild does work quite well. There's decent story. The music is when it is nice. And the art style's kind of nice, but I do feel I kind of agree. Not necessarily. I won't necessarily go so far as to say it's that bad, but I will say it feels empty. The musical stylings of earlier Zelda games that, you know, are so iconic. They're not there. You've got the little piano, like, battle theme. That one became kind of an icon. But there's not the same heroicism there's not the same heroics that you feel. And then on top of that, it feels empty. It just feels, to me, it feels way too empty to me. So, we also used hearts above the my name is suggesting, we all use emojis. But I that's the thing. We do to an extent. I use the heart to acknowledge it. Usually I use an emoticon when I don't know how to voice and I try to make it a specific emoticon, right? I try to use specifically use a heart with the horns on it, right? Which is kind of that. When I use that, here's a good point. Here's a good point when I get to clear the air. That's pretty well one of the only ones I ever use. And when I use that, it's because I mean, it's a positive reaction. I understand what you've said, and I would be happy to participate, if I can. I think that's pretty well the only emoticon I use. So, I don't think I really use other ones. Maybe I have in the past, but I really try to stray away from them because I feel like they get so misconstrued so easily. But yes, I do try to use them. Retro always says, haha, no matter what the message is. Last week, my neighbor's dog's girlfriend got run over by a bouncy castle. Retro Fluke. No, I didn't. I did laugh just now, though. Best friends with it. It's very nice. Undead Necro Knight says, hi, how are you? How are you doing, Knight? Very good to see you. I'm doing well. Thank you. As well as could be expected, because it is getting bleeding hot here. It's January. It's supposed to still be winter. Matter of fact, the midst of winter, and no, here we are. Tomorrow, I think it's almost 90 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's ridiculous. My parents text me, Charlie is going for a walk. We're going out for dinner. I thumbs up the text as if nothing has to be added to it. So it's just, I get it. Okay. And then Ash has a thumb and a finger pointing to a donut. A thumbs down and a finger pointing towards a donut, which I don't know what that means. See, that's what I'm talking about. Firstly, this is what I'm talking about when I get to that too. It's like, firstly, the thumbs down, does it mean you disapprove of what was said prior? Does it mean that you disapprove of the entire thing? Are you unhappy in life in general? What's the donut for? This is what it gets. Honestly, the usual, which is bad. I'm never doing great. I wonder why that is, though. Why are you never doing great? Homer Simpson. He's the greatest guy in history. From the town of Springfield, he is about to fall for Ash's donut emoji. Nice. Ooh, a donut. Okay, so I can, and this is the thing, I've said this before, the reason I don't use emoticons a lot, I understand, again, we've talked about where it might be appropriate or where it can be applicable. The reason I don't typically use emoticons a lot is because it does relegate conversation to just kind of hieroglyphics again. And so, that was my thing. When did this turn into to talking only emojis? Yeah. I don't have anything against people doing it. It just, again, do what you want to do. But if I misunderstand, I want to make sure I'm clear in that I don't understand. The only emojis I use are the crying one, and it looks like a skull with 4 teeth. See, the crying one could mean multiple things. The skull one, I don't understand what the context would be. I mean, death, maybe? Just death? So, it's okay. That one I know, but only because you've contextualized that by talking about the French prior, Ash. See, and so that's another one, right? Does that mean that you're sleepy? Does that mean it's late there? It's not late there. It's early there, I think. But a normal person who isn't keeping track of the time differences, does that mean that you're bored? What does it mean, So it's like, it's one of those. Again, I don't hold it against anybody, but please do forgive me if I don't understand the emoji or I misinterpret it or I type something that seems silly. It's because I didn't catch it. It's not your failing, it's mine, but it is a failing that I'm going to open. It could be frustrating. 38C. So that's the thing, right? You say 38C, right? 38C where you are. You use both for... See, that's... I would not have picked it up. You said 38C, right? So 38C, Celsius, right, is somewhere... You're somewhere... What is it? Somewhere around 100 degrees? Is it? And so we are somewhere around... And for you, this is summer, right? We're sitting here in the middle of winter where I am, and we're just around 30 Celsius. Why is it 30 Celsius in the middle of winter? Right? It's just ridiculous. So see, I can get that too, but you're using words in the middle. So Sophie's World, we've talked about that before. If you just said Sophie's that, I wouldn't have probably gotten it. How hot is... So right now it's not too bad. Tomorrow, this weekend, it's about, if you're doing Celsius, it's about 30 degrees Celsius, right? 85, 86 degrees Fahrenheit in the middle of... And for us, we're north of the equator. This is winter for us. So it's 24 Celsius this morning, but it's meant to average about 36 for you. So yeah, you're looking at probably about 100, late 90s degrees, 100 degrees Fahrenheit, which makes sense for us in the spring. Maybe even makes sense for us in the cooler parts of summer, because we're not far off 50 Celsius in the summer. But during the winter, it should never be, 30 degrees Celsius. Australian summers be darned. There's quite a storm. Oh, I'm glad everyone's safe. Everything's good, I hope. You guys need to live in a normal place. It's not a simulation like me. Jamaica? Really? That would be like... we may not even be in a supermarket. I may not even exist. My name is Emily, about simulation theory. Which is a really cool theory. Not one that I particularly subscribe to, but... It's one that I do enjoy. Always that one Corvidae. I love them though. Are you interested in My Name is Emily this weekend? I'm going to try to be there. Our schedules are a little bit more difficult to align. But yeah, I'm going to try to be there. Yeah. I'd very much like to see that. I think it'd be fun. And then you set up the voice voice channel so we can discuss too. So I think that's really cool. So I very much would like to be a part of it, provided I'm invited. Of course, I won't go where I'm not invited. So, but yes. But yeah, that's the I don't subscribe to simulation theory. I haven't got invited. You're probably in the thing. If it's this literal time of day, if it's around, yeah, I think this would be okay. Over here, it's about 3:30 p.m. I'm sure that'd be fine. For you, it's a Monday. For me, it's Sunday. It's probably all right. The whole Discord, you don't have to send it to every member. It's just a courtesy. So long as I'm sure everybody else gets that, but I'm an anachronism, and I'm already older, and I'm also anachronistic. So that's older upon older. And insofar as that, I don't consider open invitation an invitation to specific, and I do ask for specific invitation just because I feel like open invitation is invitation of inclusion, which I think it is definitionally, which is weird. So, ouch. This time of day, about Friday, I will be working. If it could be like an hour or two later on Friday, that would be fine. Not even an hour or two. I can be off at like 4. So 30 minutes or so. If you need to start it then too, I might just miss the first couple of minutes of the movie, or I may not be able to interact to the first half hour of it. Have you on in the background, but yeah, that'd be fine. We'll be all right. No wonder people watched Buffy with me years ago. Nice. I'm not in your Discord since 2 days ago. Weird. Hey, do you want me to message you about the movie night invite, Ash? I think, well, I mean, obviously he can tell you what he wants, but I think he's playing. I think you're welcome. Goodbye. You're always welcome here, but I didn't give open invitation. I did give specific invitation in that case, hence the wrench by your name, Ash. Of course, everybody is welcome here, but only... I have met very few people who are like me who ask for specific invitation. But it was one of those things that, again, I'm a relic of a bygone era, perhaps. Not necessarily a positive one, just one. And insofar as that I like to be invited specifically. I went to a friend, I went to help a friend with a tech issue yesterday. And he's been my friend for 30 some odd years, and all I am is a wrench. No, that's not true. That's just a medal beside your name which states that your invitation is not only exclusive, but elevated. But you're not a wrench. Also, the fact that you called it a wrench versus a spanner. Ooh. Debate. No, but yeah, I went to a friend that he's been my friend for 30 some odd years, and even still, we've known each other and very closely and very well for so long. I waited to be invited into his home. I don't like the idea of walking into somebody's home unless they say, "Hey, come on in," because some people like to sit there and talk and stand there and talk on the doorstep. Some people are doing stuff, and you don't accidentally want to walk in. But yeah, going by what you're saying, maybe 24 hours after that Friday night would be. Don't worry about that too. Like, again, if that's comfortable for you, because that's a Saturday for you. If that's comfortable for you, and I need to, I come in and just kind of quietly type in, "Hey, I'm here," but I'm gonna have to lurk for 30 minutes whilst I write down or work on. It'll probably be admin work that I'll need to do anyway. So I can likely have you on in the background, but I won't actively be engaging until I wrap all of that work up. Spanner's a good insult over here. Maybe. Gotta humor the Yanks. See, it's the Yanks would be, you spell humor with a U. What is this really? That's a funny thing, too, is your definition, this is something I'm sure you're familiar with already, but your definition of Yanks and our definition of Yanks is different, because you called us Yanks for Yankees, going over to America, and then we had a civil war 100 years later, or 90 years later, and that divided it into the North and the South, right? Civil War, which was in the 1860s, 1860 through 1865 or so, and we ended up with the Northern Division, and then only the Northern Division were called the Yankees, or the Yanks, and the Southern divisions were not. They were called the Confederates. So it's super interesting. Of course, I live in the South. I live in a state that likely would have been a Confederate state. Obviously, I wasn't a part of the Civil War, so my opinions on that, that's the simple thing. But anyway, yeah. There's a spanner versus wrench. I should know. I've played Cluedo. My edition has wrench in it. Yeah, that's a good point. I never thought about that. Does Professor Plum kill people with the spanner or a wrench? That's interesting. You guys spell the with an E? What? Well, sure. Why do you spell it with that? Another fun thing is the like you see the ye old. I'm sure you guys know this too, but the ye old, it wasn't the Y. That Y was a lazy letter Thor, so it was actually THE. But they got lazier and lazier, so it looked like ye old, even though that was a lazier letter Thor. Hey, I don't need a history. Listen, fella, just play the game and be handsome. Flattering that you think I'm handsome from my voice, but at the same time, that's funny. Poll retro to do a history lesson or retro to play Celeste. I like talking to you guys though. It's fun I like that. I like kind of that I don't have to choose. If somebody was like, "Oh, let's just do a Let's Chat session sometime. We're going to talk about history or philosophy." I mean, I'd definitely do that, but I don't think very many people would show up. A lot of people. I find that there's an inclination against learning in favor of escapism, and I don't blame people for that. But I love to learn. Learning is a form of escapism for me, and for a lot of other people, it's one of the things from which they are trying to escape. Retro is biased against Professor Plum, the fruitist. Actually, Professor Plum is who I always play as. That's my favorite piece because I like the idea of a professor being a professor. I don't obviously have. I was a teacher to an extent. I was not a professor, but I was a teacher for a time. And plum is a variation of purple. Purple being my favorite color. Are you related to Johnny Retroni, the Italian-American hero of this? I don't know if there was a guy named that. There could be. I'm not familiar with him. If he is. But are you related to Mad Max? That's funny. It'd be interesting if there was really a Retroni, Johnny Retroni in the Civil War, though. That's pretty cool. Or Professorist, whatever comes first, yeah. How can I be related to a fictional character? So I'm a fictional character, and you've all been talking to a person who's as real as the number 0. Mad Max is real. Oh, so I'm real. Whew. You should play Scarlet Retro. She goes first by default. Oh, that's a good point, yeah. I never played so this is me. I've always had a head canon for these. And I know it's silly, but... So, long time ago, not long time ago, but a decent time ago, obviously I was a big fan of Clue. Over here it's just Clue, obviously it's Cluedo over there. Either way, it's fine, no problems. My favorite board game, Clue. And it's been my favorite board game since way back when. They started putting it on. It was inconvenient at some point. There was a point where I was moving around a lot. It was inconvenient to unpack the board and try to carry some things with me and try to set it up and try to have people play. But they started making the video games in the 90s, right? So I got Clue for the Super Nintendo thinking, this is going to be the easiest way to do it. If they've got a Super Nintendo, pop the cartridge in, boom. And it like the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis version by extension, which I have both of, they give the characters such a backstory. And I thought, this is super cool. We start going into Clue games that are kind of giving the characters characteristics and physical appearances and such. And there was this one that came out in the 90s. I cannot remember exactly. I think it was the Murder at Body Mansion for the PC. Clue, Murder at Body Mansion. And they made the characters so cool. It plays this slow jazz. It's got this like cool narrator. It's the dead ghost. It's the ghost of the dead Mr. Body. And ever since, that has kind of been my... And it like has the murders. It's so cool. If I find out how to run the copy, because it doesn't seem to run on my modern hardware, if I can find a way to do it, I want to play it on the channel just because I love it. I really love it. But it gave all the like Mr. Green was like in this Super Nintendo one. He was like this old balding man. In the Murder at Body Mansion, he's like this very suave, very debonair. Hair is kept neat and tight, and really nice green suit, and so very nice. Purple is one of my favorite colors too. Very nice. I won't go too into weeds. I don't like to talk about it a bunch, but my birthday is in February. So here we are in February, and the stone of February is the amethyst. It's probably as far as it went. If we want to go back historically, purple was one of the more difficult dyes to make, so it required an excess amount of wealth and skill. So purple was what you wore when you were royalty because it was so expensive to make or dye anything purple. So... I also love a sanguineous red. I think that color is beautiful. It's just very, very nice. Is there a way we could play Cluedo online together, including what cards we have? That's a good question. I bet there is a way. I bet at least one of the newer iterations has online. So yeah, I bet so. And we did. Yeah, I bet we could. I bet we could do that. I gotta find the best version, but I do like it. I really like Cluedo. It's an interesting way of just eliminating clues, but you keep rolling one. Well, because they only give you one die, and so it's like, okay, I'm in my beginning, and you have to roll from your beginning space depending on where you're starting. You've got to roll a 6 to even get in a room. So most of the time, you're not going to do it by your second. And I've seen it before where someone will get like 3 or 4 ones in a row. They don't even get to guess, and everybody else is on their second or third guess. Especially if you get into one of the corner rooms and you use the secret passages in order to continue to make a guess. Clue, it's pronounced golly. Who's gonna kill someone? Killed that bloke in the corner. Long name, but it works. Very nice. Golly. Oh my golly, giddy goodness, good lord. Video's being racist to my people, Ben. To your people. So it was golly in the corner with the spanner wrench. No, it's not my birthday, and I'm disinterested in talking about my birthday. It's again the passage of time thing, right? So I have to get retro a purple gift. Got it? No gifts at all. No worries. I personally don't like one color in particular. I'm more of a black and white, and the combination of those, like black and white suit. I think it obvious. I mean, obviously, I say that I have a purple ensemble for a suit, purple tie, which I wear frequently. For my job, it's not a requisite, but it is a preference of mine to wear a tie and collared shirt. So I do that, and then I collect watches. So I have watches that are that match with it. And when I wear the purple one, I actually like to complement it with a green watch. So I have a one green dialed watch, and I have actually one coming hopefully very soon. It's going to be kind of a green blue, which is a Transylvanian company called Perrin. I have one that should be coming soon from them. Actually, my boyfriend's favorite color is also purple. Oh, it's a popular color. It's a very popular color. I don't mind, like, there are colors, I would love to say I love every color. I don't. I don't like the color yellow. I just don't like that color. It's too bright to my eyes. It does no favors. I don't like it, so. Happy birthday, Necro Knight. I don't think it's, I don't know. Did he say, I don't know. Happy birthday, happy unbirthday to everyone whose birthday is on one of the 364 days of the year. Very nice. Lewis Carroll fan. Or at least an Alice in Wonderland fan. Happy birthday, all. How convenient all of our birthdays are today. Welcome in, Minos Prime. It is a convenience, isn't it? Which reminds me, the welcoming in, that you have to forgive me, I'm drinking my green tea. You better not say that you don't like yellow. One of my online friends like the color yellow and is a proud Hufflepuff. I don't know. So I'm not a fan of yellow. I don't begrudge anybody who isn't a fan of things that I'm not a fan of. I want to be very, very clear about that. If you love yellow, that's your favorite color, and I dislike yellow, we can still get along fine. We'll just disagree on that color, right? But my birthday is about 2 weeks. I was going to say, I didn't think your birthday was in February, but to Viddy's point, hold on, let me do this in order. Firstly, there's going to be a bit of a delay between when I'm seeing your responses and when I'm answering. Firstly, that is because we tested it out on the Star Wars Outlaws that we do 4K. This game, I am playing this game, and as I would have played Bloodstained on the Xbox Series X. I do have both of them on Switch as well, but I thought we had in time, and we were running into some kind of buggy stuff here and there. These games are Celeste isn't, Bloodstained a little bit more so. I wanted the load times to cut down. I wanted to be able to have that 4K. So I believe if everything works, this should be able to be streamed, if you should be so inclined, in 4K on your 4K capable monitors. That does mean that I have a bit more of a delay between when I see your messages and when I can answer them. I think it's about a 6 second return, maybe 11 to 13 second compounding with a plus minus 1 second error. The second thing is to the point of, or to your point about the yellow. I didn't know much about Harry Potter. I still don't know a ton about it, but I didn't know much about Harry Potter. I didn't know much about that. But in order to go to one of my friend's weddings, I'm not going to say his first name, but his Mr. Bow, we'll say that. That was his actual name. We had to take a test on this website and figure out what of those groups we fell into. and we had to. Those were the colors we had to buy for our suit. We had to wear a black suit, but underneath our shirt, our collared shirts and ties, had to be the colors of whatever that group we fell into was. So I do know at least that I don't belong in that house. I belong in the snake house, whatever the snake house is. So I wore green and silver, I think, but that was the one that I belonged in, I guess, according to the test. Don't worry, my friend will be fine about that. Nice. Happy belated 2-week, yes. Yeah, definitely a happy belated birthday. It's impressive how Retro has made all these accounts and talks between them while playing games as none of them are real or whatever helps the weird. I do talk to myself a lot, though. I drive a lot and travel a lot for my job. As a matter of fact, I came back from a hotel just a day or two ago, and I do talk to myself a lot. I debate things that I wonder if people think about. I debate all sides of it, and I do it out loud, but I don't care. I'm unapologetic. I believe that I'm going to live the way I want to live, and if anybody has a problem with that, I'm sorry. I can't change. I don't want to change who I am. I like who I am. Personally, I hate orange as a color. Never seen the I've found. So it's funny you say. I had a guy that I used to work with. Again, I'm not going to give first names, but Mr. Aguilar, awesome guy, by the way. Worked with him for several years. Learned so much from him. He was awesome. He's still awesome. He's quite a ways away now, but he's still an awesome guy. I still keep in contact loosely on occasion. It's been a long time since we've last gotten a message. And his favorite color was orange, and he actually got an orange car for it. Very, very. I know, Ash, 4 accounts just to keep watching, just to keep company. Orange, nice. My favorite color. Good Lord, Ash. Pottermore sorted me into Ravenclaw, while one of my favorite colors is blue. Am I truly wise or smart to be brave? I don't know. Again, I don't know what all of if blue is. I know one of them was blue, one of them was red, one of them was green, and one of them was yellow. I don't know what anything else is. You're Slytherin. Yeah, okay, yeah, that was it. They're the Mad Lads. Okay, I don't know if that's with positive or negative connotation, but that's what I was. Is your house determined by your color or personality? So when I had to take this again, this was years ago. 10 years ago at least. He had us do this. I think it's 10 years ago. Yeah, it's 10 years ago. We had to log into the site. Maybe we had to log into this website, and it had us take like a test where it was like, I can't even remember all the questions. It was kind of like a personality test. It was like, what would you do if yada yada yada, and so that's what it was. Here's a brief. Okay, ginger hair color. Gryffindor is bravery. Ravenclaw is wisdom. Slytherin is cunning. Hufflepuff. Now to the chagrin of my aforementioned friend, I forgot. Oh no. I wouldn't. Well, that's very kind. I don't know if I would call myself cunning, or any of the other things necessarily, but they all seem like positive traits. So I guess you can't really lose. Or if not personality choice, Harry chose not to be in Slytherin. Yeah, I haven't seen all of the movies. I think I've seen 4 of them so far with my wife, and I don't remember a lot about 4 of them, I think. I don't know how many there are. 7 of them? 8 of them? Something like that. She said there were a lot. She said we were about halfway there, so I don't know. But yeah, I don't remember. I can't even remember. I'll have to go back and watch the first ones again. All I remember about Hufflepuff is that they're born side characters. I didn't even notice that, so that's good. Anyway, my most hated color that I hate is yellow or red. See, I like red, but I'm very specific on my reds. I don't like bright, in-your-face reds. I am very much a fan of sanguine red. This is going to sound awful, but it really is true. The color of blood is a I would argue one of the most uniquely beautiful reds that you almost don't find anywhere else unless the intent is to mirror the color of blood. Like, you don't find that color usually in nature, unless it is blood. It's kind of its own unique thing, and I think that's such an interesting prospect, because there are a lot of things that are blue, there are a lot of things that are orange and purple and yellow and green, and they can be the same shades of green. Palm tree leaves versus evergreen pine needles have, can have similar shades of green in between the different needles and leaves, but for some reason I don't often see sanguine red, the red of blood, except for if it is in blood. And I think that's such an interesting and such a beautiful thing. I think there's a running joke that the Ravenclaws and Hufflepuff don't get to do anything. It's all about Gryffindor versus Slytherin. So those are the main groups, I guess. Slytherin is meant to be genuinely a good house. It just so happened to have Voldemort, Malfoy, etc. Huh. Okay. Slytherins just get high. The Jigglypuffs. The Jiggly. I do know. That's one of the things that I do. One of the Pokemon I do know is Jigglypuff, because I've played Smash Brothers for a very long time, and Jigglypuff has been a part of that for quite some time too. Love me some Yu-Gi-Oh! That's another thing I know nothing about, except for the name. It's super effective. Viddy woke up. I know who Jigglypuff is. That's one of the few that I actually know. Like, I know Pikachu, because Pikachu obviously is this mascot, and then I knew Jigglypuff because of that. And but even the Pokemon that they use in the more recent ones, I don't remember. They used the blue puppy dog looking one, bipedal puppy dog, and I cannot remember for the life of me what the name of that one is. I only know most Pokemon from the anime. Yeah, I couldn't. I know a few. Retro is other Pokemonist. Jigglypuff is superior to them in his eyes. I think it's a cute little character. I played Smash Bros. Because of Pikachu. See, I didn't know who Pikachu was until I started playing Smash Bros. Really, because Pokemon wasn't a part of my time. It just wasn't. So it was like, okay, what do you but now they had that, yeah. Why didn't you put Pokemon on the poll instead of Celeste? Because I have no idea, well, and I said this at the very beginning, I put stuff on the poll that I want to play. I just don't, there's too much, I don't know if anyone's a fan or has read Sherlock Holmes. I love Sherlock Holmes. He's one of my favorite heroes in literature. And there was a point where Watson tells him, it's fairly early on in the stories too, I think there are like 74 stories, I think it's like 74 total stories, 6 of them novels, the rest of them short stories, but anyway, it was, Watson tells Sherlock that the Earth revolves around the sun and not vice versa, and it was information that Sherlock wasn't familiar with, and Sherlock, I believe that they're reading the paper that morning or whatever, and they're talking about that, and something that Watson's insistent on, and Sherlock is like, okay, thank you for letting me know, but because no matter which one seems to rotate around or revolve around the other, it doesn't change anything in my personal life. It doesn't change anything to help me become smarter. It doesn't change. I cannot change this. I cannot affect this. It does not change anything. I will discard this piece of information so that I might fill my limited mind with things that are more pertinent. I feel like Pokemon has kind of become that times 1,000, right? Because there are so many of these little creatures, and I just haven't the bandwidth to occupy. I haven't the bandwidth to be occupied by a million little fictional creatures when I can, do it with literature and mathematical principles, philosophies, and so on and so forth. I recognize that my mind is finite. I just don't know what the limits are, but I'm not interested in finding that I had wasted a majority of it on stuff that didn't matter. And I already do that to an extent with the Castlevania and the Star Wars knowledge, so it's kind of like, this one seems excessive by all standards. But what I was saying is, Pokemon is just, I'm not a Pokemon fan. I don't hate Pokemon, I'm not a fan. I have several of the games, but they're mostly for my wife, who did kind of grow, I was trying to say she grew up around it, that's not necessarily fair, but she picked it up when it came out, let's say that. That's yeah. So that's more fair to say, because I don't necessarily, when it came out, I don't necessarily know it was growing up. It was, I think, probably incorporated later on in life, but it was, you know, who knows. I had a few months back or so around binged all the Pokemon movies so that I can name a lot of them. Yeah, I couldn't. I give names to them that I think are fun. So if somebody comes out and, like, one of my is Onion Turtle. It's a little turtle. It looks like he's got like this kind of green onion unbudded flower on his back. I call him Onion Turtle, and I like that name for him. I don't think he's a turtle, but he looks like a little... I don't know what he looks like. He's a fictitious character, but anyway, I call him Onion Turtle because I like that. So that's what I always think of. Retro is getting all scientific and philosophical again. Like, where did the world come from? The world came from the cosmic causal chain. That's all I can say definitively. Well, you could just play one Pokemon game. I've played Pokemon games, but it's just so difficult to figure out. It's just so difficult to figure, like, even in the one Pokemon, I've played Pokemon on this channel before, and it's just so, like, I found one character that I thought was cool, that I liked, and I actually was able to successfully defeat my wife's Pokemon in the game, is the one with the 2 spoons. And I kept going, the power of spoon, and she just couldn't stop me. It was just, and I was like, do I need to memorize 1,000 of these things if I can beat you with a guy that literally looks like he's the largest threat to morning cereal? It's like, I don't know. Stop wasting time on things that aren't worth it. Let's all leave. No, well, I mean, that too. I mean, if it's not worth it. Again, I'm saying it doesn't, I can't jump into it like that. If you like it, if it's a part of your childhood, if it was a part of, have fun. I personally love Yamper, which is a corgi with a heart-shaped, you-know-what. Whale Lord, which is the whale Pokemon with the second largest Pokemon. I love Hoopa, and honestly, I can't even describe. A heart-shaped you-know-what. I don't know what. The fact that you had to censor it worries me. With the fact that you had to censor the you-know-what part. Tail? Nose? But what truly is worth it? Who is it to decide what's worth it? What is philosophy behind it? There's no objective to worthwhile. It's only something that it's kind of like valuation. Things that are valuable, there are things that are universally accepted as valuable, which must be accepted individually as valuable if they intend to become a part of society. But in terms of intrinsic value, almost nothing has it, in my opinion. It's always something that is placed upon something arbitrarily. So it's not objectively not worth it or objectively worth it. That doesn't exist. It's just, it doesn't make sense for me to do it because I would be getting into the game far too late, and it would be far too much for me to try to get down. Squirtle? I don't know what that is. That's Bulbasaur. I'm not sure. That's great. I don't think that's a Pokemon. Bulbasaur does have an onion bulb. He's not is that the one I'm talking about? Onion Turtle? He's not quite like a turtle, but he's got the thing on his back like a shell, so that's why I say a turtle. Onion Turtle. What is a whale's favorite? Fish and chips. Took a quiz for which Harry Potter house I'm in. Turns out I'm evil, I guess. How did you figure out what house you were supposed to figure out what house you were in, but you just figured out that you were evil? That's my thing. I was taking a test to figure out whether or not I should be a doctor or a lawyer. Turns out I'm evil. Son of a gun. I'm a prisoner. So that doesn't necessarily mean you're evil. Okay. You're talking about Alakazam, but you don't have to disrespect him like that. He's great with the power of spoon, but I mean, he did well for me. Whatever I was doing with him, I was able to. I think how many was it, like 6 or 5? It was the old Nintendo 64 Pokemon Stadium, and it was like they give you like 4 or 6 Pokemon, and I think I beat all 4 through 6 of hers or whatever with the power of spoons. So he was cool. There is no spoon. Wait, did that happen? I've said this before, but I think it's one of the most brilliant things. Did anyone ever pay attention to anybody who liked The Matrix? Did anybody ever pay attention to the fact that when Neo goes back to talk to the Oracle about the what is coming, that she says, she offers him a plate of freshly baked cookies and says, "Here, have one." And he turns it down, and then she says, "No, have one." She insists that Neo accepts cookies before she gives him the answer, just like every one of your favorite web pages has done for the past now 15, 20 years. How deep of a reference is that he had to accept cookies? How cool is that? Yeah. I have that one, and I have the second one as well, and I have a Japanese copy that was gifted to me for some reason. I swapped the back of it. The Japanese copies don't fit in American versions, and so rather than ruin the disc tray or the cart tray, I just bought a cheap, I think it was a John Madden game, and swapped the backs of the American back off of the John Madden to the Japanese version so I could see if it worked. Unless you're facing other people with strategies and such, I feel like most in-game Pokemon fight are type rock, paper. Yeah, probably. Well, in Gen 1, Psychic is kind of OP, so they came up with other Pokemon types to balance that. You see, and that's the thing. It's really difficult to figure out when you start adding on these different gens. It's very, very difficult to figure out, like, where in the world, you know? The consistent facts about Alakazam throughout the Pokemon games is that Alakazam has an IQ of 5,000 and can outperform a supercomputer, and that Alakazams remember everything that happens from birth. I can tell you that an eidetic memory, is a blessing and a curse. You remember everything, but you remember everything. Oh, and don't worry about the vase to death. The Matrix movies are great, I think. But what's going to really bake your noodle? Would you have broken that vase if I hadn't said anything? It's not vase, it's vase. What are you all thinking about? To me, I mean, you can say it whatever way you want to. Vase is how I know it. Same thing with aunt and aunt. Aunt, it has a U in it for me, but, you know, again, say what you will. It's not Alakazam, it's Alucard. No. And again, that's another one too. Alucard. Again, I have an acquaintance who has a child whose name is Alucard. But they pronounce it with the long U, so it's Alucard, which I think is interesting. You pronounced vase in the non-American way, Retro. I don't know if it's. I don't. We're split down the middle in America on the pronunciation of vase. About half of America pronounces it vase, and about half of America pronounces it vase. I didn't know that vase was an Americanism, because again, only about half of us do it that way. I thought you all said it vase, not vase. No. It's about 50-50. Half of us will say vase, half of us will say vase. But vase is how we say it. Vase, you have to think about part of the information. I was talking about the English language. Again, I love the English language. I love all languages, really, but the English language I have a very soft spot for because of how overly and unnecessarily complicated it is. It's not quite German, right? We've talked about that and how awesome of a concept it is to have a word like Schadenfreude. But we do also have words like that in English, like Flotzen, Nasa, Nihil, Pilification. How cool is that? But when I borrow from, and I've talked about this before too, when I borrow from another language, when I'm using a word that's quote-unquote English, which it isn't, like octopus, and I say there are multiple of them, I'm borrowing octo and pus from Greek, right? So octopus. So I must also borrow the plural from Greek, octopode, octopode. If I'm borrowing from Latin, then I want to do the same. And if I'm borrowing from French, or if I'm borrowing, I want to use the pronunciation which might be used by the language from which I'm borrowing. So vase in this case is, I believe, how it would have been pronounced, or at least closer to how it would have been pronounced in the native tongue. It's a preference, not a necessity. It's pronounced "put the flowers in the pot." Well, some people came together and decided to shorten "put the flowers in the pot" to vase. Yeah, that's what it stands for. That's a fact, I think. That's a funny way to say flower pot. Yeah, you could say flower pot too, yeah. Flower, 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 the flowers in the pot. Parappa rap much. Oh, I haven't seen that game in a long time. That's a James Bond movie. And a James Bond book. And a pretty good one too, honestly. It's not Casino Royale, but really, Vinny. That's funny. Yeah, we borrow a lot of our numbers and the words we use for numbers, octo and penta and sept or septa. We borrow a lot of those from Greek. So I try to stick with that. If I'm going to use Greek, I want to stick with Greek all the way through if I can, unless the word requires me to diverge from Greek to English or something. So I try to do that. And so, again, that's the reason I use octopode instead of octopi. Pi is Latin. So it's a preference. It's not a necessity. If you said vase to me, I would know what you meant. I might not say it the same way, and if I say vase next, I'm not correcting you. I'm just speaking the way that I would speak. We can still speak the same language. Let me go ahead and get us over to the game screen so I can see how this looks. Make sure it looks nice, you know? Nice soft music. And I think in Celeste, one of the things that stands out to me is that Celeste has some really nice music. I think it's this screen. Look at that. I think it looks nice. Does everything look okay on your guys' side? Let me take a look and see, make sure mine's actually filling the box. I think it's doing okay. What do you guys think? Does it look all right? I think it looks all right. You should be able to see it in 4K if you have a 4K capable screen. If you're using a modern day iPhone or Samsung device, you probably do have 4K capabilities. Or Sony, by the way. Sony phones had the first 4K screens, I believe, or one of them. Very, very nice looking, though. Let me take a look really quickly, because I think I have a color filter that I think is making this look a little unpleasant to my eyes. My eyes are very sensitive to bright, so... Let me see. It is too dark without the color correction, so I am going to leave the color correction on. I think it looks too dark without it. On my side, it may look okay outside of that, but I think it looks too dark to me. Yep, looks all right. I have 4K settings that, of course, I'm not going to choose. That's okay. It's a matter of convenience for you to be able to do it in a lot of cases, more so than it is for you to be required to do it, obviously. If it becomes required, it's not fun anymore, right? But this is cool and nice. Looking title screen of some indie game called Celeste or something. Bills are rough right now. I have about 3K. I don't know about 4. Hey, that's all right though. If you've got 3K. There we are. I know to have a 4K TV or something, you have to pay those, but that's true too. There we go. Let me pull some wires so that it's not loose. There we are. When we over retro, hold on, let's see. Darn, look at this rich guy with 4,000 TVs. that would be impressive. I played this game and didn't like it. Tell me why it's good. In my opinion, what makes Celeste good? Well, there are a couple of factors. Number one, I like the simplicity of the music. It's deep, it's good, it's really nice. It's visually appealing, marrying some of the nicer elements of 16-bit graphics and hand-painted artistry. It has kind of a cutesy story. It doesn't really focus on that a ton, but it is very much just platforming, for the most part, platforming pretty well boiled down to its most raw. It is just figuring out how to platform purely. And I think that there's a lot of I think there's something really nice to be determined by, or something really nice to be said about just pure platforming. So we can switch profiles or do this. I am Maction. An old game, so we'll come over here. Started off with retro. You hear the little piano keys every time. We'll do retro. There I am, and I'm going to keep assist mode off unless I need it. Music is really nice. As you know, this is my favorite game genre, so I was disappointed when I didn't like it, as it seems everybody on Earth does. And it's okay. Again, bear in mind, it's not the best platformer in the world, but I liked that they really boiled it down. I think they boiled it down to kind of the most simple elements of platforming, which I think I like a lot. I think there's a lot of utility in that. The name isn't retro, it's Alucard. There we go. So see, you have this really nice... Firstly, you've got really nice music. I love this very simple 16-bit aesthetic. Now, I am playing this on an Xbox controller, which is almost a sin, in my opinion. Because I don't like... this is probably better on the PlayStation. I would say this is probably most well-suited for PlayStation, because I like the D-pad and the buttons being right across from each other. I am using the D-pad, but I only have this on the Switch and the Xbox. I don't have it on the PlayStation. Okay, so we just have our simple little jumps. We have our... I think we have our little koala wall grab. And we have our wall jumps. Okay. And now we have our little... where we can climb up. So you can see first, and the music's nice and simple. The music's nice and simple. The aesthetic is really nice. And again, it's just platforming puzzles. It's really simple. It doesn't try to do too much. And what it does try to do, I think it does really well. Favorite track from Celeste is Reflections. Aside from that, I was abhorrent in the later. And I'm not going to be good at this either. I'm going to be very clear. Let me really quickly. I'm going to be very clear at this. I'm not good at this. Yeah, that's fine. Make sure I'm good. Photosensitive? What does that mean? Oh, is that for... Oh, it's the shaky. I don't have that problem. A speedrun clock? How cool is that? Hold on. That is cool! I'm gonna keep chapter file. No, let's... Hold on. I'm not good at this at all, but I want the little clock. I think that's cool. Hold on. Native? Yeah, let's leave the little clock. The clock's gonna stay on anyway. I think it's cool. Let's put that there. You know what? We'll take it away for just now, but I kind of do want to put it on there, but we'll see. So I should play the game on a really hot summer day and pretend it's snow cold. Yeah, heck yeah. Xbox controller. I like the Xbox controller, but I think it's better for shooters. Personally, I think it's better for shooters because my thumbs don't get in the way of each other. PlayStation is better for, in my opinion, fighters and especially 2D platformers. Like, it's much better. So that's my personal opinion. But like, yeah, look at the aesthetic. It's just pure platforming puzzle. It doesn't try to be too many things. It just does like 3 or 4 things really well, I think. Now, arguably, again, if we're talking about between Bloodstained and this, Bloodstained's a much more complicated game. It's, I mean, obviously it's a Metroidvania and the art style is different. I do own all of the DLC for it and everything too, obviously. But I would say this game does the 4 things that it does really well. I would say it does those things better than Bloodstained does. I think Bloodstained added more at the risk of it doing some of it maybe not quite as well. Like platforming puzzles in Bloodstained aren't quite as well thought out as platforming puzzles here. But Bloodstained also has the whole Metroidvania exploration, this, that, and the other. So Thumb just sent something. Oh, that'd be awesome. The sign out front is busted. Is this the mountain trail? Oh, my, she's a very masculine little girl. Just across the bridge. Okay. I'll voice the male characters, but I'm not going to put any voices on for the females. My voice is too deep for female characters. Well, apparently except for that one. If my driveway, the one with holes, there's no way you could get a vehicle over this. Yeah, I'm just gonna laugh at you. I like that. Oh, don't be rude. Okay. And Celeste is not the name of the little girl. That's Madeline. Celeste is the name of the mountain. I'm fairly certain that happens no matter what. Oh, okay. Cool. This game has rude characters, 0 out of 10. Yeah, kind of. Very pretty colors, too. Very appealing colors. You can do this. Bloodstained, side note, too, Bloodstained has an amazing soundtrack. Very, very clear. My favorite song on the soundtrack is, this was the Curse of the Moon one, Malicious Intent is my favorite track, easily. They're all really good, but Malicious Intent, because they brought back the person that did the music from the old ones, right? Because it was Koji Igarashi, and they brought back the one that did the music for like Symphony of the Night and stuff, and she wrote her thesis on music. She wrote her when she was doing her master's or whatever, she wrote her master's thesis on Bach, and Bach is one of my favorite composers of all time. Okay. I definitely wish I had a hold on, I want to make sure I wasn't trying to actually get the strawberry, but okay. Yeah, I definitely need some. I'm gonna hunt down. I'm gonna see if I can hunt down a. Not now, but between now and then, I'm gonna see if I can hunt down a fight pad, or something for the Xbox. Where I can use maybe Super Nintendo light controls. That'd be nice. Because the D-pads on these things are not great. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, it's definitely, the D-pad's definitely, my thumb's a little big for the D-pad. I do not have small fingers, so... Ah, dang it. See if I can get this strawberry. It's not necessary, but I do kind of want to see if I can do it. I got it. Cool. See, look at this. How cool is that? This game encourages being rude to old people. 0 out of 7. Yeah, I wouldn't do that either. Stop blaming the D-pad. Yeah, Xbox D-pads aren't great. Let me see if I use the thumbstick if I'm any better. Oh, that was the most perfect moment for that to happen. Okay, I'm using the thumbstick now, though. We'll see if that's any better. Okay, mischievous strawberry. The other thing about it is the controls are, I mean, even if I don't like the D-pad of the Xbox, the controls of this game are pretty, I'd say these are pretty darn smooth controls. It's yeah, it's not the D-pad's fault. It's my fault that my thumbs are, you know, or it's not my fault either necessarily, but my thumb is too big for the D-pad. That's all I'm saying. But you can see, like, the puzzles, this is all just, I can't... Oh, what did I do? How did I survive? I thought I had already died. Okay, you can grab onto the side of the... That's the double jump thing, isn't it? How did I do it the last... Oh, I grabbed onto the side of the spikes, which I didn't even know you could do. I guess you can. Okay. I'd die for a nice strawberry. I mean, it depends on how much you like strawberries. General thoughts, retro in chat. Is it better to play side-scrollers with a D-pad or a stick? D-pad for me. Let's see if I can... Oh, what does that thing do? That's the... Does it let me just dash again? Is that what that does? Yes, that's what that does. That's the extra dash. Okay. Just trying to figure out what it was. His plane crashed in the middle of this very enclosed area. That fire's hot. Oh there, fellow traveler. She's being bashful. What a killer night for a hike. What do you mean? You crashed a plane here. This place is so crazy. I kind of can't believe it exists. Whoa, that sounds pretty serious. I'm just happy to see another human in such a lonely place. I'm Theo, by the way, an adventurer from a far-off land. And she says, ellipsis. Not much of a talker, are you? Mysterious lone wolf type, I get it. I just imagine some dark backstory for you. Okay. Am I gonna talk? Hey, sorry, I'm Retro. Okay, so she will say it. I got a lot on my mind. Well, Retro, I'd say you've come to the right place. I'm freezing my toes off, but I can't imagine a better place for to be for some quiet reflection. Yeah, maybe you're right. That's nice. What far-off land do you hail from? Well, my inquisitive compatriot, I doth hail from the mystical exotic kingdom of Seattle. So he's from Washington, okay. Sounds like a special place. Not really. It's a part of a state it's our farthest north and west state. There you go. It's nice in terms of climate, though. Alright, Theo, I'm out of here. Oh, I can't go past those. Okay. Theo, can I have your tent for a minute? Wait, do I talk to you more? This place is wild. Why would an entire city be abandoned? Well, why would you have crashed in the middle of the... Okay. I read that some mega corporations started building it, and then no one wanted to live here. I wonder why. I would live there. My money's on a government cover-up. What a waste to build all of this for no reason. At least we got to enjoy the leftovers. Alright, so we know this is a potentially government cover-up thing. Oh wait, I have to... Duh. Boink. Wait, hold on. There we go. I always do stick. I haven't done D-pad. Yeah, for me it's D-pad. Yeah. Like I can use a thumbstick on this, but D-pad for me. I mean that's the thing. And a lot of people. Oh well, you started off with D-pad. No, I didn't. I started out with the stick back with the Atari. It's just I realized how much I didn't like it back then. So when we moved to D-pad, I was happy. Plane crash. When did this turn into law? 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. Game has more dialogue than The Last of Us. People of Seattle are not going to like what you said. No. They probably won't care. You would not be surprised how many people that live in America are just not happy in general to live in America, which I think is a shame because I actually quite like America. It's not my favorite place ever. It's not the best place for everything, but I enjoy it quite a lot. I think it's great for a lot of things. There we go. Sorry. I don't know, Ash. That was a lot of talking in that TV show. Wait, Seattle and Boston are the two places in the U.S. that remind me of England in some way. Boston makes sense. Boston is... Boston makes perfect sense because Boston is part of the area of America that we call New England, right? It's part of Massachusetts. And if I remember correctly, there's a pretty big tea party took place there. Might remind you of the history that our two nations had together. I'm honestly trying to remember the last time I played a side-scroller with a stick. Really? Come down under and live here. Like I said, I didn't pay attention. I like America. Not everybody likes America for some... It's become very popular. Why did I fall off? It's become very popular to not like America if you're an American. And I don't... Okay, I feel like I fell through that. There we go. I don't know why. I get that America's, like, not everything's perfect, but not everything's perfect anywhere, so I can't, could I just have that there, I guess. So I can't, I don't get it. I like where I live. There are places in America I would rather live, but, I still like America quite a lot. There's a little tent. Okay, I thought you could stand on the little wooden platforms there, but I guess not. Alright, we'll let those respawn. What the heck is that in the back? Are you beach ready? Okay. I guess those don't come back. Okay, I guess I have to just jump on the straight top of that. I have not played this in some time, so I don't remember the puzzles, the specifics of the puzzles. Whoops. This, I do like, but I like this, the thing, it's just puzzle and puzzle execution. I can't do it. I have to land there so I can recharge for long enough to, do another one. I did it poorly. Let's see. Viddy's offer for Retro to live in Australia is causing him to die in this game. No, that's just me. It's a lot of self-hate with many countries. Yeah, I think so too, and I don't like that. Being patriotic is often looked at negatively, which I find weird. No, I agree. I really like America. I don't like everything about it. There are corruptions that occur in the government and in the people, and that just happens everywhere. It's an inevitability. But I think America's a great place. It's just I don't agree with everything that ever happens all the time. That's okay. I'm sure England's a great place too. I'm not from England, so I can't speak on that as intelligently, but I can tell you that it probably has problems just like we do. I mean, same thing with any place. That being said, I don't like England at all, but that wasn't always the case. Yeah, I mean, there are also obviously... dang it. There are also obviously, like... Ah, dang, how do I get up to that strawberry? I did it! Strawberry. Okay, hold on. Okay, I can't. I was gonna see if I could jump. You can't dash twice. How do I get that one? If I could be on the other side of it, I might get it. Maybe I can just drop off and hit and grab the other end of the wall. Like that. But then how do I land safely? Yeah, that's death down there. So I have to do it quickly. How do I get back to that? Yeah, once I've done that, I've already used the dash. So I need the dash, I think, again. Huh. The moment I can't, I'm leaving England. Let's see. I've only even been out of my country twice. Wales and, funnily enough, France. Yeah, well. I mean, that's the thing, too, is like I said, every place is going to have its problems. Oh, I did. What the heck? I was too low. I still can't do it from up there. Yeah, no, I can't seem to. I'm trying to figure out how to. I feel like I need to be on the other oh, wait, maybe if I... What if I did this? Okay, hold on. What if I did this, and then I, could I jump down? No, I can't jump quickly enough. Okay, hold on. There are a lot of these times where I shouldn't be able to grab onto the side of these spikes like I'm doing. I'm gonna leave that strawberry alone for now. I want to get it, but at the same time... No, I wasn't necessarily going for all the strawberries. I just thought it would be fun to try and get it. But I can't seem to figure out exactly what the best way to do that is for this, because I feel like I need to grab onto the other side of this. Also, welcome in. I didn't mean to do that. All right, we'll just go up. We'll go this way. We'll miss the strawberries for now. You were on the right track. Yeah, just trying to get the... See, I don't... That's the thing, is, like, I don't feel like... Let's see if I jump down there. Hey, Fighting Max. Oh, I already made it over here, so it's like, eh. I could also do... up here. Whoops. That's okay. See, but I don't didn't realize that was there. Come on. I don't know exactly which direction I'm meant to go either. So, yeah. I thought Bloodstain won the poll, but it tied. Yeah, it tied. And then I flipped a coin in the chat, in the thing to see, because I was torn between what to play. I like both of the games. Whoops, there we go. I like both of the games. I haven't played either of them in a long time, and I had them for multiple systems, so it was like, there was not really whoops. There wasn't really a huge deciding factor, save for the toss of a coin, quite literally. So I was like, alright. I feel like this needs to go. Oh, it's spiked. Oh, so I need to grab... Okay, wait a minute. That makes sense. So yeah, I intend to do Bloodstain next. I didn't mean to do that. I intend to do Bloodstained next. After I can... whatever the equivalent of past this game will look like. Ah, the tombstone. Celeste Mountain marker. Just dedicated to those who perish on the... So yeah. Let's see. Unfortunately, he flipped a coin. Some coin that was biased on Celeste is the coin like, I win. You win. Who truly invented coin flips? What really is a coin flip, and why do we use it to decide something in life? Why don't we just simply have a coin with the same picture on each side? How is a coin more than just an item of currency or a philosophy again? Two-Face. Well, you could do that, yeah. Philosophical analysis of the Dark Knight, maybe. A coin with the same picture on both sides would be tough. Well, yeah, sure, but you got to consider that coins weren't originally made for coin flips. They were originally made as currency, and several of them did. It was a matter of fitting more messages, let's say. Not necessarily propagandistic, but the intent was to fit more messages on the coin. I'm exhausted. That's adorable, though. It's like, oh, it's magic. And there's our little bird friend. Wake up, it's time to go. This might have been a mistake. We haven't even made it close to the, you know... We're still at the very base. It should have been Sonic and Tails, not Heads and Tails. That's nice. We completed the chapter. And see, look at the adorable little artwork on this. This little bird, and we're sleeping against our backpack, apparently with no regard for hygiene, because we got a big bubble coming out of our nose. 5 strawberries out of the 20. Died 46 times. Am I impressive? Not at all. I'm okay with that. Again, I'm playing this game fresh. I'm not an expert. So, if anybody is coming here going, we want to see a perfect speedrun, that's not what this is. Yeah, only collect, so they'll impress your friends, but... And eventually I'll want to do that, but it's not necessary. So now we have this green ghostly fire and all the stars falling. Does this still say what it's supposed to? No, because we exist in dreamland. Let's go this way. So in this dreamland, this is also satisfying to me. This sound of when you jump and touch these little... those things. I think, like I said, the controls are pretty smooth. I am using the thumbstick, which is not my preference. But they're still pretty smooth. Even for thumbstick, they're still pretty smooth. Didn't mean to do that. They're still pretty smooth, even for thumbstick, to be honest with you. Whoops. Okay, so that's just a big circle then. Fair enough. Whoops. We'll go back this way. This game is cute in a way that a Hat in Time is cute in my opinion. It is really neat. I recently beat this level without dashing. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm definitely not an expert in this. I just, again, I just come and play the games that are fun. There are games that I'm an expert in. They are not newer games. They are older games because I am not a newer person. I'm an older person. So that's kind of the way that I look at it. Okay. These are... That's kind of the thing. A lot of it, you know, a lot of people... What is this thing? Okay. So there's like a mirror and a strawberry down there. Okay. And then there's this... So I don't know about this. As I say, that's interesting. I'm always thumbstick game. Yeah, that's like I said. Thumbsticks were kind of a hindrance back when they were like we had sticks right in the Atari days, but then we had thumbsticks were kind of a hindrance when they came out with the original PlayStation 1 because you had to flip on analog mode or not analog mode, and even still the thumbsticks were on that controller, the thumbsticks were way too close together. My hands were big back then. They're not. They haven't not gotten smaller, obviously. Let's try this again. I have no idea how we'd get that from this side. It'd have to be the other way. So that's kind of my thing. I'm a D-pad person, especially when we're talking about the Xbox D-pad, which is also, in my opinion, not great. Okay, let's go up this way, I guess. Okay, so how do I... Where do I go? This track is the best. Came back at the perfect time. Very nice. It is really nice. It's really nice. Dreamland, David Lynch perfection. This game reminds me of Hat in Time 2, overrated. It's pretty good. In dreams I walk with you, in dreams I talk to you, in dreams you're mine. An expert, well, only an expert can deal with the problem. A mirror and a strawberry. Is he a dreamer who's a streamer? Do all of the dreamers and streamers act as redeemers for all of us? The meaner and the leaner aspects of life. They're getting a little too difficult for me to consider. Okay, so yeah, how would I can't dash that far. I can't reach this top part without doing that, and if I do that, then I lose the dash. I can't dash far enough sideways either. Let me try. That was not what I intended. That's why I'm not a big fan of the thumbsticks. Because I had it pushed to the side already, still. Okay. Where am I meant to go? This song is good, but it can't compare to the other Chapter 9 tracks. Okay, that breaks. It looked fragile, I just didn't know. Okay. It seems simple enough. That part does, at least. Whoops. Okay, so there's the mirror. And there's an evil me. And now she was able to break out of the mirror. Okay, now it's just my regular reflection. Okay, so whenever you dash, you just automatically go all the way through. Okay. That's pretty cool. That's a neat little... The tricky piece is how do you... Okay, I guess like that. Okay, cool. This is kind of neat. What did I do? Oh, I guess I threw myself into the wall. That's not what I meant to do at all. Okay, I gotta figure... I think that's... We can just do that, I guess, right? Okay, so if you slam into the thing, I guess you hit the... I don't know. Let's see. Dang it, I want to get to that, but I can't get past core. I don't even know what that is. Joysticks and thumbsticks. Hang on, we all know what the sticks are, the bits of bark of the tree that you can see outside. Hey, it's the SAX. Oh wait, that's Metroid Future. I just like the progression of the song along with the level, how it adds more as it goes. That is pretty cool. The end bit is the best. Okay. Do joysticks actually bring joy? Can thumbsticks actually be used by something other than your thumbs? Who assumed that the sticks would bring joy if joy is subjective? What about the action used with... I think the idea of the thumbstick is what it's intended to be used with, or most often been used with. Reminds me of a new film I saw titled Joy Stars. I didn't... okay. Speaking of Pokemon, a Nurse Joy. But not all games use joysticks. If games don't use joysticks, do you truly feel joy while playing them? So fun... I think I've told this story before. Fun fact, as some of you who have been here for a minute know, I have a... oops. I have a daughter. My daughter is not so little anymore, but... okay, I guess we're gonna have to go around the around the other way. So it does recharge. You gotta hit it instantaneously not to lose momentum. That does throw you straight into the spikes. That's what I was trying to do originally. I have a daughter that's not so little, and there was a time where I was attempting to feed her, and I was playing a game, and I was interested in... Obviously, if it came down to me, you know, the mutual exclusivity of me feeding her or me playing a game, I'm going to feed her. But I didn't have to do that. I was able to play the game with my feet while I fed her with my arms and hands. So... the answer is thumbsticks can absolutely be used by something not thumbs. They're making a game called Earthblade. It was canceled. Earthblade. Seriously, we want another Earthbound game. When did they ever learn? Nice. Clumsy Cuber says, "Yay, Celeste!" Welcome in, Clumsy Cuber. Yeah, I've not ever passed this game before. I have played it before. Again, I say this to offer some level of understanding. I'm not a new, young gamer or anything like that. I'm used to more retro titles, as the name implies. So this is a new beast. So if you're coming for expert strategy, probably not to be found here. I seem to be able to do okay, but I'm not great at it. Okay, that's back to where our fire was. So where... They have a map? I don't think they have a map. This doesn't work like the Metroidvania. There's not a map, right? Okay, can I go... like that? Yep. Oh, well. Okay, yeah, it does kill you if you do that. And you can't change direction when you're in it, so let's see if I can... Can I cheese the system a smidge here? And the answer doesn't seem to be yes. I need to... I can't go up either. What if I could go up diagonally? Down. And then up into this little gap. down diagonally. Whoops. And then sideways here. Okay, that seemed to work about like I thought it would. No, it's the evil one. We're in the glitch here. Neat. Do you remember what No, I don't. I haven't played it in a minute. The save file that was on this, and I didn't play it on this system. I played it on the Switch. If you have any questions, please ask me in like the next 3 minutes. I'm about to go to work. I play this game a lot. Yeah, I think I'm okay at the moment. I appreciate it, but I probably will be playing this for the foreseeable future. I had no idea they made Towerfall. Towerfall is fantastic. I love that. The one with the blocks where you fling you that constantly go up. You aren't allowed to beat core, actually, sorry. It's pretty much impossible. Yeah, the one where the lava rises. Oh yeah, I have no idea. I'm not even remotely close to that. A concerned observer. Would look like a little tanuki tail. Or a shovel. I'm part of you because you found the special mirror. I just look like this. Deal with it. I can't tell you what a relief it is to finally get out of your head. But I'm worried about us. Are you doubt? We need a hobby, but that's... I know it sounds crazy, but I need to climb this mountain. Why? But be reasonable for once. So is this negativity? Is this what this is? Oh, that's alright. Well said. I'm the pragmatic part. Pragmatism can be aligned with the... and I'm trying to be diplomatic. Pragmatism, a lot of people do mistake, and especially nowadays, a lot of people do mistake pessimism for pragmatism. Sorry, vice versa. Pragmatism for pessimism, and yeah, there is reason behind. Oh, she's poking out of the box. I'm assuming she should not catch me, and it looks like she copies all of my moves. Whoops. Except for the one where I got hit on the spikes. Whoops. Why can I not? Yeah, she copies my moves, which it's lucky that I move... Oh, those are spikes. That I move so frantically because... she's not necessarily, I wouldn't say having trouble, but... kind of. Ah! Hold on, let's see real quick. I wonder what kind of evil retro... What kind of person evil retro is. I think it's just me. I think all of me is me. Maybe. I'm never gonna make a final stage of the game. Our dark selves are stuck in our heads. My philosophical mind is thinking. Very nice. Maybe your dark self is in your mind. It's the one that philosophizes. It could be. I'll come back another time if I see you. Yeah, no worries. Thank you for popping in and saying hi. Of course, if questions arise, I'll be happy to ask. Because let's see. Maybe streaming my name into Emily on Discord, that's something to think about, as the philosophy in the film is sometimes brought up during the negative emotions. Because philosophy could possibly lead to existentialism, and existentialism leads to... Nothing wrong with a little nihilism, literally. Well done. Well done. Okay, yeah, it does kill me. I just wanted to make sure. Hold on. I want to grab onto this thing. Oh, son of a gun. Yeah, that's not gonna... I have some invincibility frames, but they're not... There we are. So basically, I have to remember what moves I've made and then just try not to make them again. Hey, even got a strawberry for that one. Whoops! Didn't know I was going to need it that quickly. That strawberry's going to be... I don't think I'm getting that strawberry. I almost didn't make that because I wasn't thinking. Okay, well I got the strawberry there, didn't I? That'll do. I don't know why there are 5 of me. Is this like... I'm wondering, is this my... Is this like doubt and self-loathing? Is that what this is supposed to be? Dang it. I don't know why it starts me all the way up here, though. I have to remember you can't... You have to dash, you can't jump on that area there. It won't let you. So I have to remember the very first thing to do is to dash, dash. Oh, and you have to hit all 3 of the... Maybe I should just dash perfectly sideways. Can't be perfectly sideways. If you take the least circuitous path, so then will they. And I think that that's my problem. I think maybe I need to add a little bit of something to give me a little bit more time. But at the same time, there's not really a lot of room for that. That kind of did, I guess. But it also... What the heck? Let's see. Sorry, I'm not focused super much on the chat at the moment, just because of trying to figure this out. It's very difficult for me to hit the button on time to hit that second dash. I'm not very good at it. That second dash refresh... Oh, that was my fault. It's very difficult for me not to hit that... or for me to hit that dash refresh gem. I need to get better at that part. For sure. This part I think I can do decently well, but it's this part right here where see, I missed it. I tried to wait too long, I think. ha 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 ha. This is gonna not be good. Let's go around in a circle. Oh, man. Whoops. I forgot I started all the way over here. And then I skyrocketed into my absolute death, deceleration trauma. Heck of a thing, that. Okay, so you diagonal is the answer. Whatever way I take, I have to go the opposite direction. Oh, and I needed to wait. I trapped myself in that bubble. I missed the gym, dang it. Why did you have to be shaped like diamonds? If you would have been squares, I would have gotten your corner. No, that was just my fault. There we go. Once I get the hang of it, I think I'll be... I kind of have the hang of it, but I'm not there for sure. Ah, see, and it's very hard for me to steer the diagonal there. I'm probably just, probably just not doing something. There's probably an easier way to do it than I'm doing, so. Okay. There we go. See, I hit down, but maybe because I'm using the thumbstick, maybe I'm not hitting down enough. Let me try. I'll try to hit down a little bit more than I did the last time. See if I'm just not reading where that stick is supposed to be correctly. Yeah, I think that's what it was. That's my fault then. Okay, just give me a checkpoint, I'll be happy. What's in here? I don't know, the music's still a little tense, it's kind of fading. I want to see if... I'm going to explore a little bit and then I'll check the chat out. That one, apologies for being so occupied on that one. Sounds like we're safe. Kind of. Yeah, okay, I think we're safe. Okay, sorry about that. Let me catch up. 1 second. Sorry. Good lord. Let's see. Ooh. I keep thinking it's the doorbell. Okay, let's see. Really turned into Super Mario Galaxy 2 on with the Cosmic Clones, yeah. I'm surprised my father had patience for me playing those moments when he was player 2. Of course, my father had the easy Galaxy 2 job. Oh, where you pick up the star bitch, yeah. Yeah. Stop making doorbell. You made me think someone's actually at the door. Once I was young, I got my dad to 100% Mario Kart Wii, and then I deleted his save file because I was a menace to society. Oh, how sad. It's another thing too is if you're ever curious, I don't know if anybody ever is, but this is about the retro thing. There are a lot of people that you see, especially retro gamers, and they'll always say if you pick file A or file 1, you're a loser. That's not really the truth. Side note: the reason that you always choose a file, the second file or the file in the middle, if there are 7 or whatever, is because it was super easy back then for someone to accidentally just hit the delete button on the first file or the last file, because there usually was a wraparound menu. So you always picked a middle file because it was harder to accidentally delete. So if anybody is, again, I'm retro, right? If anyone's, wondering why that does happen, if they've seen it, you've probably seen, like, I think Pro Jared does that, and some other gamers that are more retro. Not more retro than I am, but just more retro than the average YouTuber. That's why it's always pick a file in the middle. Let's see. Another someone deleted my favorite. We don't understand the concept of save files yet. But what truly is a concept of save file? Who came up with it? Why can't we have save files? I love save files. The only thing that keeps me sane is in Phoenix, right? Oh, there's a message that was held there. Cows. Yeah, the commenters they have fun. It's all about having fun. So I'm hoping that you meant that ironically. If you meant it literally, then I can't help you. But if you mean it ironically it's just about saying silly stuff and having fun. So I save scum all the time. What is save scum? I don't know what that means. One of the people I heard streaming doing Let's Plays. It's okay. I normally just say abusing save states. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know save states. If it's in the game, so dominant strategy, right, dictates that if it's in the game, it's permissible. If it's not in the game, it's not permissible. So obviously, if you're playing a rendition of it that has it, fine. I try not to use save states, but obviously, if it's in the game, somebody's going to use it. Yeah, exactly. If it's a feature of the game, I'll use it. Exactly. We shouldn't mind using. No. If it's built in, right? But if you're going off and trying to find it, if it's not a feature of the game, then that might be a little. You could still do it. Whatever you do to have the most fun, I guess, is ideal. But at the same time, if you're wanting to play it like we used to play it, especially if you're playing a difficult game like Dracula's Curse, definitely, definitely isn't. It's much more an accomplishment when you can say I did that without having to save state. Although we could use passwords back then too. So either way, whatever you're having the most fun with, that's bad. People can be a bit too elitist with accessible options. Yeah, I mean, again, whatever you're having the most fun with, I think is going to be ideal. But I do think that there is a special charm to passing a game in the way that the game originally was launched. If it's an older game, I do think there's a charm to that. If it's something in a game encroaches on a challenge of it, then I'll try not to use it. But yeah, that's fair. If it makes me not hate the game myself and everything around, that's fair too. That's very fair. It's not a doorbell. That's the fox going, ring-a-ding-ding. I'm not sure if I get this. Oh, yeah, I know what the reference is now. Haha. I once heard a fox in my backyard, and then I truly knew what the fox... Foxes are cute little animals that have a very large problem, or perhaps not enough of a problem, urinating on everything. That's the worst thing about a fox. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, so now at least I know what up there looks like. Okay, I have to zigzag my way back down. Oh, man. Oh, I can't do that. Gotcha. And I hit the one little piece of land. There we go. You have to get to the safe part of the ground in order for the strawberry to accept you as its owner. These are cool, though. I think those are neat. Okay, here we go. Information, please. Did you know that movie was about drugs? Zootopia? I didn't know. Flash, 100-yard dash, buddy. It's nice to see you. I have no idea. Oh, wait, who's talking to me now? Is this Envy? Another part of me? I can feel it. And she's using a little payphone. How adorable. You only call me when you're panicking in the middle of the night. This has got to be another me. This one's... You don't have to make up some ridiculous story just to get my attention. I'm not making it up. Sweetheart? Who is this? It's a part of me for sure, because I called and it was like, hey, did you call me from a payphone? But then it apparently called me, so it's me. Yeah, okay, that's what I was saying. Uh-oh, it's our death self. I like the little voices. I like the little good old Coco without the colons. Hold on, wait a minute. Night howlers aren't wolves, they're flowers. And do you know what else is made from plants? A bunny can go savage. They can. Oh, what the heck is... Okay, well... Oh, why didn't I fit in the gap in its tooth? Okay, I'm just dreaming. Which means that I actually have made no progress on this mountain. I've only dreamt that I was good at climbing. But I actually haven't. And all of the strawberries... Wait, who? Oh, it's my friend. Or my acquaintance. I don't know if we're friends, but we're acquaintances. Well, quit it. We'll go talk to him real quick. He says, "Hey, Retro, you made it." Well, yeah, of course I was sleeping. You got here after me. Climbing up here was tough, but totally worth it. Hey, yeah, you left your wrecked plane behind. Just look at these ruins. I took so many great pics. Want to see? Sure. Theo, these are great. We're not even going to get to see them. Maybe I'll finally hit 1,000 followers with these. It's always about the numbers. It's always... No one can ever take a picture and be like, I'd like to frame this and put this in my home. It's always about... It's always about the number, the subscribers. We need to formally commemorate this occasion. Uh-oh. Take a selfie with me. That's... Okay. Yeah, that's what's that. It's easy. Yeah, I know how to take a selfie. There's no point in it. Aw, well, like, okay, the selfie's a little weird, but my character's adorable. Yeah, he should have asked permission. Sorry about that. Don't worry, I won't post that one. No, you shouldn't have taken it, though. Come on. I'm not photogenic. No one looks good without a filter. That's not... Oh, that's a really terrible way to think. Oh, that's the filter, huh? Sepia, mostly? Kind of? Alright, fine. Great, this game makes you think you're progressing. Well, Richard just gained a subscriber for saying that. It's now 198. Well, that's very nice. That's what I'm saying. It's not about the numbers, and I've said that before. Like, if people want to subscribe and they want to see what I'm doing, cool, that's great. It means you're interested in what I'm doing and talking with me, and I'm happy about that. But it's not, like, the minute that you stop becoming Viddy and Fighting Max and Ash, and you start becoming number 3,129... is a minute that I've failed. I'm not doing well if I think of you in terms of numbers. The minute I start thinking about playing game number 23 and not Celeste, which I thought was fun and put in the vote, so I have opinions. We all have opinions, but I have opinions on that. I don't like it. I don't like numbers. I like numbers. Let me be very clear. I love numbers. I love math, but I don't. Not when it comes to the internet. This isn't a place for everybody to get. How do I do it? Talk to him again. Okay. This isn't a place to try and make. We shouldn't be trying to make a job out of this when it's such a difficult thing. I mean, you can do it. Obviously, you can make a job out of it, but this should be a thing that we look at as a maybe. Not as an aspiration. What made you want to try photography? Okay, it says. My grandpa was really into it. Okay, cool. Apparently he was semi-famous in the photography world. I don't know if I'll ever be that good at it. Well, he didn't have filters and all that other stuff. He had to kind of use hardware filter. But it's nice to feel close to him. Oh, nice. So you're determined to climb the entire mountain? Done breaking promises, okay. I don't have a smartphone? Yeah! You said my name is Retro, so you knew that this was a thing that happens. Okay, cool. Okay. 200 subscriber special. Would you like some toast? Yes, I in fact would like some toast. You have to wait a while. Retro has to reach 200 subs for... I got this. Yeah, it's the thing. Like, I did this because of... I wanted to try and find a platform. There is a lot of venom, and I've said this before. There's a lot of venom on the internet. Not toxicity, just absolute venom. Somebody just... Why all these springs? Just somebody constantly wanting to tell you why you're wrong and how you're awful and this and that and the other. And I just wanted to do something that was fun when everybody was wanting to spew venom at each other. I thought, how cool could it be to just... Whoops. How cool could it be to, or how nice would it be to just... Where am I meant to go? To just put something out there that people could all have fun with and enjoy. Video games, you know? Where am I meant to go? Something's not right here. The strawberry flew upwards. But I can't see where upward I need to go. I would need to go. They go away when you dash. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Gotcha. Whoops. Okay, so yeah, so okay, all right, that makes sense. Didn't realize that. That's cool. Wouldn't it be nice if strawberries had wings and everyone knows to sings? If everybody can sing. I said this last time. I think I have a face for radio and a voice for print, so... Okay, here's the phone booth that I reached in my dreams through a much more circuitous path. Okay, so this is actually somebody that I apparently know, I guess. Oh, it's my mom. Okay, sorry, I was getting a phone call there. I wanted to make sure I had that turned off there. Yeah, I don't have the voice for that. Unless it's a cappella. You have to consider that a lot of these guys that sing in these bands have much higher registers than I have. I'm just kind of overwhelmed. Aw. Another panic attack? No. Aw, that's what a nice mom. I don't know what that's like. I have never had. I don't have panic attacks. Oh, I got archaeology. Nice. I don't have panic attacks and never have suffered from any like panic attacks or anything like that. Thankfully, a very lucky person in that regard. No depression, no panic attacks, nothing like that. Died 63 times. Am I upset about it? Not even a little bit. Oh, there's a hotel up here. Cool. We're already at chapter 3? How cool. How neat is this? Be proud of your death. The more you die, the more you keep... Yeah, I like that. What a cool way to think of that. What a cool way to think about that. That's so neat. Real quick. It'd make it hard. It'd make it harder to make a sell. In fact, retro. Or if not saying, at least do a spoken word slam poetry version. I love poetry. I'm not keen on slam poetry, but I do love poetry. I know that I'm not good at singing, but I like to think that I'm pretty good. You're probably better than you think. It's my thing about it. Really quickly is my voice is lower pitched. I actually have it. The microphone is made so that it flatters my treble, because otherwise my voice is too bassy for the microphone, and doesn't matter, right? It's just I have the treble turned up to clarify it, and I have an equalizer to make it sound better. Otherwise, it sounds muddy. And so, when you have a lot of bands that sing, a lot of these bands are singing in this, key of E, and I'm down here, think of Rolling Stones, think of a lot of the hair metal bands of the 80s. Heck, think of Dragon Force of, now and 15 years ago. These guys are singing way up there. Even if you drop it down to D, which is a hefty drop from their original key, it's still too high for me. I don't have that register. I do have a low voice more akin to Nick Cave's singing voice. I don't know who that is. I don't know if I know who Nick Cave is. Retro's gonna race for you. If that's what this next part is, then you're darn right I am. Uh-oh. Hold on, touch it. Okay, I just wanted to do that. I figured that's what that did, but... Wait. Can I hold on, wait a minute. Oh, I can't stand. I thought I could stand on that little platform. Yeah, you have a there's a throatier bass to part of your voice as well, Viddy. And so that's the thing, is it's very difficult to find songs where, when your voice is a little deeper, it's very difficult to find songs where, how in the world am I meant to do this? It's very difficult to find songs that you can actually sing. Let's try going up the smooth side, huh? Nope. I'm not even sure how in the world I would grab onto anything if I wanted that strawberry. Hold on. No, there's nothing up there. I would need to find a way to get onto that top platform, I think. But I don't know how to do that, so I'm going to leave that strawberry alone, I guess, for a minute. Wait, you don't know Nick Cave, who sang Red Right Hand? Wait, what did you say? Bass or something? No, I don't know Nick Cave. Did I say something? Bass? I said your voice has some. You have a lower timbre to your voice. You have a natural rumble to it. I figure that's for this. Yeah, I believe I'm I think I'm a high bass if I sing. I can go to, in some cases, right? I can hit some of the higher notes in the basso profundo level, but it is like, I'm not going to be hitting like F1 or anything like that. That's not happening. Or G1 for that matter. Oh, hello, I'm Satan. Welcome, may I help you? Let's give him a little, like, twiddly voice. Ghost, don't be silly. I am the concierge of this fine establishment. Welcome to the world-renowned Celestial Resort Hotel. That's probably what Celeste is short for. Mr. Oshiro at your service. 2 guests in one day, business is finally picking up. How long will you be staying with us? She's like, I'm just passing through. Aw. Do you have a back exit? A back exit? Just passing through. This will not do. You know I can still hear you. Whoops. In any case, our rear service door is reserved for hotel staff only. However, our top-floor presidential suite features a world-class view of the peak. Yes, you'll be quite comfortable up there. Maybe I could get on the roof from there and climb down the back. The presidential suite. Marvelous idea, Oshiro. What is your name for our records? I'm Retro, yeah. But again, I'm really not interested in staying. Right this way, Ms. Retro. He doesn't even realize he's a ghost. He's like, oh, hold on, let's... Come on! Come on! Let's see what we have. Hold on. I do actually have a clip of me singing Jumping Jack Flash at a karaoke place, but I'm not sure if I want to show... Well, you don't have to. I'm interested to hear it, but obviously. They were talking about the bass in my voice. Yes, yeah. Yeah, that you have a lower timbre. Someone help with all these bass. Nice. It appears to be a very old and dusty guest book. Many of the pages are damaged or missing. The comments, however, are glowing. We'll never forget our time here. I've never felt more at peace, thank you. Oh, good. They're probably dead. Whoops. Didn't realize that was... I'm not gonna lie. Didn't even know that's... I could stand on that. Didn't see it. It was... to my eye, it was blending in well with the window. Didn't even see it. There's a really comfortable something about that... the bass kind of... very pleasing to my ear. Gosh, why can't I'm having so much trouble grabbing that thing? Whoops. Okay. I don't know what these little guys are. I like them. Okay, that goes all the way down. Fair enough. I need to go straight sideways. There we go. I needed to be able to go upwards. Okay, I was going to see... Let me try, because there's something up there. There we go. Oh, it's another key. Okay, so maybe I had to go this way anyway? Whew. Okay, there we go. And now I've got... So I did need to go up there anyway. Cool. Oh, I don't like those wigglies.